Tex Watson's parents were Clarence Denton Watson and Mary Elizabeth Montgomery Watson. Clarence was born on October 3, 1912, and passed away on September 5, 1993. Mary was born on October 2, 1912, and passed on December 8, 2002. Both are buried at Thompson Cemetery in Lavin, Texas, an area close to where Tex grew up in the Farmersville, Copeville area. Though we can't fully confirm or deny this, legend has it that Tex's parents were so ashamed of their son's crimes that they had their headstones turned upside down so that their names wouldn't be recognized, even in death. On top of that, there were rose bushes planted to help obscure the graves. This is something that I had seen talked about on George Stimson's channel, the author of Goodbye Helter Skelter, and also on the MansonBlog.com. Which is one of my favorite sites, really. Anyway, when I mentioned this on my channel in the past, I don't even remember originally when, there was pushback on this, saying it wasn't real. So, in April of 2023, I decided to investigate this legend myself. I had just so happened to be going to the Dallas area of Texas anyway, to see a metal show. When I arrived at Thompson Cemetery, it was actually pretty hard trying to find the graves for Tex's parents. After much walking around, their final resting place was ironically in plain sight, just obscured from view. Despite Tex's parents being near the front of the cemetery, there was something blocking their headstones. Two rose bushes. Over Clarence's grave was a full-grown rose bush, complete with pink roses in full bloom. Oddly, the bush over his mother's grave, Mary, was cut to a very small stem, practically removed. So, the legend of there being rose bushes over the Watson grave was true. Mostly. Of course, we can't confirm or deny why they were put there, but they were there. The headstones were also placed upside down, it seemed, that or at the foot of how they were buried. It's hard to gauge which part the head is actually pointing because of this obfuscation. When you'd walk past the graves with the roses right above them, you wouldn't have been able to read the names easily at a glance. In retrospect, this is likely why I missed them when I first walked past. Because Mary's roses were cut, it was easier to read her name, but Clarence's was much harder because the roses were in full bloom over his name. As of December 2025, I'm unsure if the roses are still growing over Clarence's grave or if Mary's ever grew back.